this is Charlie from Adventures with Charlie, and there's one more movie I have to review this year, and then tomorrow I release my worst best movies of 2021. So the last movie I have to review this year is Back to the Outback. This film sent to the Maddie from Owie and Nigel, who are the most disliked animals, as they're more, or like the more dangerous creatures of the park. Maddie thinks that they should break out and go to the mountain, which is their home in the outback. But they also bring along a koala who only cares about his looks, pretty boy. However, these animals have to be quiet in order to avoid Chaz and his son Chazzy, who are hunting them down. So you know what? Our country doesn't really have that many animated films. To them, Australia. Sure, Disney did a couple in the past with Walt Disney Animation Studios, or sequel to the Rescuers with the Rescuers Down Under. And Pixar did one with Finding Nemo, most showing Sydney, Australia. Yeah, but there aren't really the other many films other than those two. However, this is where Netflix comes in, as they take some of the more dangerous animals of the outback and put them in an all-new animated feature. And the result is actually pretty good. But for a country that doesn't have that any movies set there, I think they should have more or often. Because as this is a really good movie. I can't say it's perfect, but it is an enjoyable movie. So let's start with the characters. So on the surface, these seem like some of the most blandest characters you can get in an animated feature. You have Maddie as the leader who wants to be accepted. Frank the dancer spider who's looking for love. Nigel the scorpion who always finds a way to put pretty boy in his place. Who's good at finding ways to escape. And pretty boy, like the typical or jerk friend as the hero character, who can't help about his looks at first, but then once he spends more time with Maddie in the game, he starts to grow fun. However, the way these characters are executed is actually well done. Not only do they become more likeable, but their similar personalities aren't that big of a problem, as these characters can get you really into them. I'm not going to lie when I say that most of these characters actually did find some enjoyment. I actually did find a lot of enjoyment when it came to these guys. And it does actually have a full or most Australian cast, and they actually do bring these characters to life, making them feel like they were from the land down under. If I did have to say what character could have been handled better, it would have to be the movie's villain, Chaz Hunt, with his son Chazzy Hunt. I'm not going to say that Chaz is a bad villain. In fact, he is one of Netflix's better villains in animation this year. It's just that he is so unoriginal, and actually does follow the lie reveal trope. But I won't go more into that. Spoilers, Now let's head on to the story. On the surface, this seems like your typical bland and story where our main characters are on their way back to their home. It doesn't really sound that exciting. It's just a typical find your way back home plot. And there are some moments where it does feel like it's trying to be in like DreamWorks Madagascar. This can make the movie feel quickly predictable, or making a certain element and it's more guessable than usual. And for the where it feels like you could be watching other film like this, but better. However, for just us like the characters, the story is well executed, and does give a reason why we need more animated films set in the land down under. Just like the characters, the film takes advantage of the Australian theme, mainly with the world building idea, of making it a great land. I'll talk about this more when I go over to the animation of the film. But I'll say right now that the film did a good job of capturing in Australia in new ways we don't usually see it. Offering more creativity to the land, and as well as more fun throughout the feature. On top of that, it also has two good messages. It's the film tries to deliver, and they're actually executed really well. While one is about acceptance of what family really means, and the other is don't judge a book by its cover. Other message is that it's actually handled really well. As there is much more to these animals, or than their spikes and venom. Also, I can say right now that this film does have some humour that can be mixed. There are some times where the jokes can fall flat, but there are actually other times where you can get either a big laugh or a little chuckle out of some of them. I wouldn't say they're the funniest jokes, but it doesn't stop me laughing because of how good the humour actually is. Another impressive part of this movie is the animation. Like I said before, we don't really get that many movies in Australia, so yes, for animation, and yet this movie managed to use Australia in its full glory. This is mainly shown with the background, and where the land is so big and wide, I'd showing the huge atmosphere around the place, and making it feel like a big sandy desert where our characters will mostly be with each other for the outback. It also isn't afraid to show the scale of the places. This is mainly shown with the city, where to animals the size of reptiles, it can look massive, like much bigger than and how us humans see it. I know I've said a lot about the scale of other films that enter around animals this year, and also different creatures, different sizes this year. But it's because that this year we managed to take the scale out of the animation and make it perfect for the creatures living in those environments. But on top of that, the character animation is really well done. And showing the different movements of each animal, like how Maddie would slither around like a snake, all with Frank using his legs to dance around, showing more creativity with him. On top of that, this movie offers a few action scenes that can be quite enjoyable. where they can be either intense or quite engaging. To make the cat I was feel more dangerous than they had her back in the park. If I did have a problem with the animation, it would be that the design aren't really bad for character designs, but is it just me or do you feel like the typical cute animals you would get in other animated features? That and the humans don't really have the greatest design. I wouldn't say they're bad. I mean Chad, as they do show some more are showing the design, but they don't really offer much with the rest of the animals or the humans. But it doesn't actually fault it. As the animals are quite colourful or showing a lot of creativity, and how they would fit in a cute little kids film like this. So overall, I don't know why we don't get many animated films set in Australia, especially how people can forget that they can be quite good. Back to the outback and take the land of Australia, and make it into a pretty good and enjoyable animated feature. While it's not perfect, as it does offer some bland characters and a pretty predictable story, it is one of the more well executed movies of the year. It has some really nice animation, some talented voice acting, and some good messages that will teach the kids is a nice lesson. So while I'm sure many people will probably see this more as a kid distractor, so as it is perfect for the kids to keep them distracted for 90 minutes, I would recommend that if you are into these types of animated films that have animals, then you're most likely gonna have good fun with these creatures. As they might have a lot of venom, but like the film said, it's not to judge by its cover, because they can offer a pretty good feature, and that's what gives the movie for me a 7 out of 10, and actually a 7.5 out of 10. Not the best movie of the year, but it is something that shows that why Australia needs more animated films in their country. And is that the last film? I think that is the last movie I've had to review this year. Yeah. You know what this means? Guess what's coming tomorrow? That's right. Tomorrow, look out for the worst to best movies of the year. I will be ranking all 42 movies that I watched this year. Wow, 42 movies. That's quite a lot. From the worst one that were released this year to the best ones. This is going to be a big video tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. Look out for it tomorrow, and I will see you next time. Bye.